What's going on, YouTube? I'm Scotch.
And I'm Sniff.
And we're Scotch and Sniff.
Today we're going to be talking about bargain bottles, right? This is everybody's favorite subject because it talks about how do I get the most out of my money, right? So let's go ahead and start off with a little weirdo right here, the Aberlour A'bunadh. In case you're a huge Scotch fan and you happen to love sherry, this is the bottle that you should be looking at. It's amazing because it's cask strength, and this one just happens to be 60%. And for a price under $100, you're getting a bottle of incredible, just overblown sherry notes. If you love the taste of sherry and the nuttiness and just the sweet of sherry and all the things that make sherry incredible, you'll just fall in love with this. I mean, glass after glass after glass, maybe second or third bottle, not sure where we are here with that. It's just absolutely fantastic.
What he said times 10. The name might be a little bit difficult to pronounce, but it is definitely worth grabbing. If you see it at a store, pick it up, give it a try. He is definitely correct. The sherry, the amount of sherry in it, if it came in a Macallan, would probably cost 4 times as much as this does.
Oh,
you know,
that totally reminds me. So we have a review on our website. If you look between the Aberlour A'bunadh and the Macallan Rare Cask, because we wanted to compare and see how much of a beast this is in terms of sherry versus the Rare Cask and whether that's worth the hype. So something to check out if you get a chance.
You can look at that at www.Scotchnsniff.com.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to something else also that's sherried, the Oban 14. Took a little while to get into. It's an interesting one. So the Oban, and what they're famous for is that seaside smoke, and it's just what they do with this is incredible. If you can sit and really just, if you've seen our CNPF video and just taste the Oban, you get through the smoke and all of a sudden there's this huge sherry monster just hiding at the bottom of it. It's almost like Macallan with a bunch of smoke.
There's this great salinity that comes along with it too, and you can almost imagine that so salinity, like this saltiness that comes along with it. And you can just imagine like this sea foam that's rolling in. You can almost hear the seagulls in the background. You know, the fog, the smokiness is almost like this big billowing smokiness that's gentle, but it's very powerful and definitely very bold. You can see by this bottle, compared to the other bottles that we've had, we've knocked down a pretty good piece of this because we really do enjoy it. It's one of those that you kind of sit and you ponder, you know, in large leatherback chairs. Possibly with a smoking jacket.
This is so tasty.
Moving on. So one of my favorite scotches, it's my go-to, and it's definitely great for that price range, and as far as a bargain is concerned, it's the Glenlivet 18. You can find this for sub $100 most places, and if you have a Costco or a big shopping kind of place that sells liquor and alcohol, they can sometimes even knock it down to the $80 price point. And for an 18-year-old kind of like big name whiskey, it is delicious. The amount of caramel, the vanilla, the brown sugar notes, and the viscous quality of it, it really exudes this, every idea that I think about like Scotch, the Glenlivet 18 is definitely my go-to.
What's really nice about Glenlivet, along with Macallan and some of the other manufacturers out there, is they have a lot of free tastings in your area. So if you're curious about this one in particular, you can actually go to those tastings for free and try. I think the last tasting we went to with Glenlivet, they had the 15, the 18, the 12, and the 25 to try, and they were all just out of this world.
Yeah, and it's all, most of the time those are free or very, very inexpensive because they're trying to push their wares. So having the more people taste it gives them the opportunity to reach out to more people's palates and then to sell to more people, because you will get hooked.
All right, what's this weird bottle over here?
So we have this funky bottle over here that's Japanese. It's from the Suntory Whiskey Company. It's basically brand new. It's called Toki, and it's their kind of bottom of the range, but it is really well worth the money. At $40, this rivals a lot of the Hibiki line, which is another one of Suntory's whiskeys. They brand this as something that you want to make in a highball.
So they brand this for mixing and for cocktails, but you're saying it's actually fantastic neat.
Exactly. I've had this and just sampled it because of course it's brand new, and sampled it, and there's this vanilla characteristic. It's strong but still soft. It has great notes of, it's floral, it's vanilla, it's honey. It's really interesting how many flavors were coming out of this $40 bottle of whiskey. It's tough for us to find bottles of whiskey that are really cheap but then still have so much complexity and character.
And that's essentially what we're trying to do today. Now, some of these might be a little more difficult to find at a local liquor store near you, but this on the other hand, Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, is not one to sleep on. This is a surprising recommendation that I give to people all the time that are looking for something that tastes great, that has complexities to it, but is available and affordable. And those two things are really what we're doing today, right? We're looking for the best bargain values. And this Jack Daniel's Single Barrel, if you love just the vanilla and caramel notes that you get in bourbons, just taken to another level. I'm not going to say that it's got some of the notes like Pappy's or some of the velvetness of something like Pappy's, which at times can be overhyped, but it's fantastic for what it is at the $60 price point that you can pick it up at.
Yeah, and I know you might be looking at this and just say, oh, this is Jack Daniel's. It's going to be another 20 some odd dollar bottle of, just kind of cheap Tennessee whiskey, but it's really not. This one does pack a lot of flavor in this stout little bottle, and it's definitely worth a pickup and a bargain, just like the rest of these are.
So what are your favorite bargain bottles? Like, what is it that you buy when you're looking to spend little but get a lot?
Comment down below and let us know. And, maybe it's kind of compared to what we like.
I don't understand this guy. Sometimes. I don't get it.